Walk 97.5, real variety from the 90s, 2K, and today coming to you from the studio at the Paramount. I am here tonight with two of the members of O.A.R. We have Chris and we have Jerry, so it is a pleasure to be speaking to both of you, so welcome.
Hey, thank you for having us.
Of course, it's my pleasure. So you guys have been a band for about 20 years, and you're celebrating your 20th anniversary. Like, what would contribute to your staying power as a group?
You know, I think it's really just treating it like a family. You know, I think we all have one goal, and that's to play as well as we can, as long as we can. And you know, we really, it's like being married to four other guys. To be honest with you, it's just we treat as a family and with each other with respect and
totally the same spirit of when we started as a basement band continues to this day. We have fun hanging out with each other. It doesn't feel like work. It's like you know, it's a passion we get to do. We get to follow our dreams. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome. So you've been doing the Xmas wish list tour. The other night I saw on Instagram that you had Robert Randolph sit in with you. Like, how was that? Like, how did that come together?
Oh, it was magic. I mean, speaking of 20 years, I think we've been friends with Robert for close to 15 years now. So he's just a great buddy. He lived in the area. It was one of those things when you kind of see your random friends are in town. You invite him out. He wanted to come hang, so we asked him to come up on stage. He ended up playing the entire encore with us. It was like 3 songs, you know, a half hour plus of music or something. It just was fun to just kind of sit back. And even though I was playing, it was fun to just kind of sit there and watch.
That's really cool. So are we expecting any big surprises for your 2 nights here at the Paramount?
We are an 8-minute one, actually. Yeah, we've been
Oh.
working on it. You know, one of the fun things about being around this area is kind of just realizing and reflecting on how all the great artists that have come from, you know, Long Island and
Tapping
Jersey
into that.
and things, and really tapping into that, and really how much they've influenced us and set us on our path. So it's been fun kind of reflecting on those folks and cherry picking a couple special tunes for everybody.
Absolutely. It's also you pick the set. So fans voted on kind of a bunch of songs that we haven't played in a little while. So we were running through them at soundcheck and working some things out. So we have some surprises in a sense where if you weren't paying attention to what's going on in the kind of the standings there for the voting, you're going to get a really unique set list.
Cool. So you're here for the 2 shows tonight and tomorrow, and both shows are going to be different.
Oh, absolutely. Every night's different at an O.A.R. show. I mean, it really is. I don't think we've ever played the same set twice in a row. It's just not really what we do. So, absolutely. Both shows are going to be unique and special and to their own.
Awesome. So I have my copy of XX, came out in August, and I really like it because it's a double CD, and it really kind of showcases what your band does best. I mean, there's 2 new songs, re-recordings of some fan favorites, and the second disc is all live music. So I think it's a nice, you know, little collection of what O.A.R. does best, you know, like live studio recordings and being live in concert.
It's an anthology. I mean, it really is a celebration of the past 20 years. It marks the first record that the band put out, The Wanderer, in 1996. The 4 original guys, Chris included, they were in high school. I mean, they were juniors and seniors in high school and making records and playing music that we still play today. So that's what started it, and there's been a whole other aspect of our career throughout too. So all of that's on there. The live part, you can't really tell the story of O.A.R. without talking about the live show. That was an important element, so we had fun picking which songs were going to make the studio cuts, which ones were going to be live records. We got fans' involvement to ask their opinions and stuff, so it really was a group collective effort to put that out, and we're very excited about it.
Awesome. So at Walk 97.5, we are playing I Go Through, and we've just been seeing a tremendous response to the record, and we just love showing our support for you guys and what you do. And I wanted to ask, like, how did that song come together? Because when I heard it, I was just absolutely floored. Like, it just kind of knocked the wind out of me, if you don't mind me saying. It was just such a great, powerful song. Like, how did that all come together? Like, what was the concept?
Well, we certainly captured the magic in a very short time, which for me, I got to witness it firsthand. Our singer Mark has co-written a couple songs with a friend of his named Nathan Chapman, who's based in Nashville. We were in Nashville for a show. It was happening later that evening, so we had a few hours to kill. We hooked up with Nathan at his place, and I got to kind of sit there and watch this magic unfold. We were actually documenting the process, too. It kind of happened where we were looking to attach some new music to XX, like we just talked about. It's not just the greatest hits, kind of essentials. It's also where we're going. And so we wanted to capture the process of being in the room when an important song gets written, not just any song, but a song that would be important to our, our career for that part. So they kind of sat there, dished out a couple ideas, a guitar riff, sparked something, a word here or there, and then all of a sudden it just came pouring out of them. This story, this thing that takes you to a place. It creates a story, even if it isn't each specific verse that relates to you. Every part of that story is something almost like watching a film unfold in front of you, and it's very current for what is going on in the state of the world. And I think we needed a song like that as a band. I'm proud of what the message of the song is, and we get to share it with people every night. And again, it's one of those things where thank you for sharing it on the radio. We see when we start playing that song, people's eyes kind of light up, and that's, for me, it gets more and more kind of like, gives me like goosebumps every night to think that we get to go out there and create that connection with the audience. That's more than just a fun live show. There's a resonating message. There's a positivity. There's connection.
That's very cool. So, did you guys do anything special for the holidays?
We host, my family and I, my wife and I. So I did a lot of cooking. That's what I did. A heck of a lot of cooking.
I did not. I sat on the beach all day. I went down to Florida with my wife's family, and we got to sneak out of town for a couple days.
Cool. So you're just wrapping up the You Pick the Set tour. So what are your plans for the new year?
We are going to take a bit of time off. We're going to go home. We're going to write tunes. We are going to go out. We're going to have a great summer tour. We know what it is. We can't let you know what it is quite yet.
But soon.
But very, very soon. And we're very
Soonish.
excited about it. Soonish. Yeah, our favorite word. But it's going to be a great year for O.A.R. out there on the road and in the studio, and we're excited to bring it all to you guys.
Well, that's great. Chris, Jerry, thank you so much for joining us. And the O.A.R. is going to be at the Paramount tonight and tomorrow. XX in stores now. Get your copy. It's amazing. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.